WREG investigators are digging deeper into the backlog in the criminal courts and what's being done to fix it. Tonight we uncover new data that shows fewer trials are happening.
Here's the thing, depending on who you ask, that may not be a bad thing. Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, explains.
Order, all rise.
201 Poplar.
So little activity is happening in the criminal courts.
Has become the center.
Crime's bad, we don't have any trials, that's the problem, because that's the thing they can point the finger at.
Of controversy.
Common thread has been that the judicial system is not working.
As victims and families
I feel like a little bit of a slap in the face.
wait too long for justice.
Everybody's questioned why it's taken 5 years to get here, and we have 2.
See, when COVID hit, the courts shut down and cases amassed. Crime has also increased, adding to the massive pile.
These delays are simply catastrophic.
Retired Shelby County Criminal Court Judge Bobby Carter went before county leaders in January after spending months reviewing the criminal court system at the request of the former Memphis mayor. Carter says before COVID, trials were common and the courts were getting back to that tempo until 2022, when 5 new judges and a new district attorney were elected. Carter says trials started to drastically decline, some cases pending 3 or more years. He says for the system to work, plea agreements have to happen, but with these delays and without the assurance of a speedy trial, a defendant has no incentive but to delay their matter as long as possible.
People within the system tell us the longer it takes to resolve a case, the harder it is for a prosecutor to put on a good case. It also jeopardizes the defendant's right to a speedy trial, and some say it poses a public safety threat, with so many defendants walking free until their case is resolved.
The Shelby County Criminal Clerk's Office reports 41 trials in 2019 before COVID. That number cut in half in 2022. There were 22 trials last year and 9 in the first 2 months of this year.
The reason I'm concerned about the lack of trials in Shelby County is because we have a backlog. Because there are hundreds of cases that have already been decided. We are going to trial in these cases.
Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy says his office is trying to chip away at the backlog. They started fast-tracking cases that involve high-profile charges. Supervisors are now meeting with prosecutors when cases take more than 60 days to indict, and they've become less inclined to reset trials. He says they're successfully trying more cases and are on track to double last year's totals. Why he believes that hasn't been happening.
Some of the judges, were recently elected and don't have as much experience trying cases. In one instance, we've got a criminal court division judge who is under indictment, has been, for a lengthy period of time on medical leave.
Some judges, however, see it differently. Criminal court judge Christopher Kraft said in December,
I used to try 3 cases a month, jury trials. And I haven't tried more than 1 trial in 3 or 4 months. I can't get a case to go to trial. A lot of them are settling or working themselves out.
We uncovered data from the Tennessee Administrative Office of the Courts. Keep in mind, they tally the data by each charge filed. One person might face multiple charges. Between July 2022 and June 2023, charges resulted in pleas 40 times more than a trial. Just looking at the 739 homicide charges during that time, 55% were dismissed. About 10% were guilty pleas as charged, and 26% were guilty pleas with a lesser charge. Less than 1% resulted in a trial and conviction. There were half the amount of homicide charges during the same time in 2018 through 2019, but about the same number of pleas and dismissals. The big difference, 16% of homicide charges resulted in trials and a conviction. We asked the DA's office about the data 3 weeks ago, but have yet to hear back. Mulroy did say,
if we didn't have a backlog, then we shouldn't care whether it was 100 trials or 10 trials, right? As long as the plea deals themselves are fair.
One criminal defense attorney agrees, saying negotiations have to happen to keep the system moving.
When you negotiate, you get together and look at all those factors. And then there may be factors that don't make their case as strong anymore for, say, like first-degree murder or something. But this may be really a case, once everybody sees it, as second-degree murder.
Nationwide, criminal courts are dealing with this very issue. and like Shelby County, are battling the same obstacles, like crime labs needing more funding and lagging on processing evidence. Some courts were able to reduce their backlogs through virtual proceedings, or like Detroit, brought in more judges to help and boosted prosecutors and police officers' pay. The county and state worked together, and along with other efforts, Detroit saw an 18% drop in homicides last year.
Do you think something like that would work here?
I do. Things that have worked in other cities to reduce the likelihood that the person will reoffend later. That's what I think will actually make us safer.
And so does the Chamber of Commerce and 80 business leaders who signed a letter asking the state to surge available resources to tackle the backlog. A local senator and county commissioner say they've talked to several circuit court judges who are willing to volunteer, as they also make threats to pull funding if things don't speed up.
Court adjourned tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Jessica Gertler, WREG, News Channel 3.
All right, searching for solutions tonight. Morroy says his office is also constantly collecting data to find ways to improve. A group of citizens is also collecting data, taking matters into their own hands to see what needs to change at 201. And coming up tomorrow on the news at 10, we'll show you what they're doing and why they need more help.